A very good afternoon to all the participants who have joined for this Impact Lecture Series 2. On behalf of the Management and Institution Innovations Council, I welcome all the participants as well as the speaker of the session, Dr. Velappa Jayarama Soumya. I am T. Manoj Chandar, a coordinator of this Impact Lecture Series, Surya Group of Institutions, School of Engineering and Technology, Vikramandi, Tamil Nadu. I am very happy and privileged to introduce the speaker of the session, Dr. Velappa Jayarama Soumya, who has completed his Bachelor of Computer Science at Bharathidasan University, Tiruchi in the year 2008. And she had completed his Master of Computer Technology at PSG College of Technology, Anna University, Coimbatore in the year 2010. She has completed his Master of Philosophy in Computer Science at Periyar University, Salem in the year 2012. And in continuation with MPhil, she had completed his doctorate in philosophy in electronics engineering, University of Rome, Italy in the year 2018. She has a broad teaching experience in the year 2012 till date. At present, she is an assistant professor and a researcher in B.S. Abdul Rahman Crescent Institute of Science and Technology, Vandalur, Chennai. She has published many research papers in multi conferences as well as in journals. Her research area is in the field of IoT and bio-inspired model for healthcare data as well as in optimization techniques for accurate classification. She had organized many seminars, webinars, as well as she was an excellent speaker in many workshops, and she has broad academic achievements. Actually, she won the meritorious scholarship for doctoral program in University of Rome, Tor Vergata, Rome, Italy. She is an university first rank holder, gold medalist in Master of Philosophy. And she had attended many conferences and many workshops and everything. And most importantly, she has an opportunity to win Young Entrepreneur Award from Government of India. So for our session, for this particular session 2, Innovation and Incubation Business Strategy, particularly for engineering students, this session will definitely help the students in identifying various incubation centers or various innovation technologies, various business strategies that has to be followed for incorporating their innovative ideas. So definitely this will be helpful for them, as well as many teaching faculties have joined this session. So definitely this session will be helpful for them to bring their to take their institution in a topmost level. I should thank the AICTE and Ministry of Education who gave us the golden opportunity for conducting this kind of impact lecture series for the benefit of the students as well as the faculty community. Last 10 days we are conducting this impact lecture series. Lecture 1 series was conducted on 27th July. Where students have gathered or gained more knowledge on Indian patent right as well as entrepreneurship on medical field, where students got more information and they are very much interested. I have seen their feedback where they are very much interested in new ideas. So involving new ideas or innovation in business strategies will definitely mold some entrepreneur, which will be taken part in this particular session. So Dr. Soumya is an experienced academician as well as has more knowledge on various business strategies. So she is an apt person for this particular topic. So I welcome you, ma'am, and I am handovering the session to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Professor Manoj Chandar. Thanks for your wonderful introduction and giving the very nice presenting about the innovation and incubation business strategies. Thank you. So, good afternoon, one and all. Hope you are all doing good. And I'm very happy to see you all again through this mode. Okay, today I'm going to talk about innovation and innovation business strategies. Let's explore the terms and process of the incubation. Just a minute. Professor Manuchandar, my screen is visible?
Yes, ma'am. Screen is visible. Can you put your presentation on full screen mode?
Okay. Now, Professor, is it okay?
No, ma'am. It is not in full screen mode. Yes, ma'am. Now it changed to full screen mode.
Okay, thank you. So today's we got a very interesting and wonderful topic, that is the innovation and incubation. That is very important topic for the youngsters actually. Incubation is one of the most important global innovations in the 21st century actually. So most of the countries they had developed in the 2 to 3 decades before they have developed. Now in the recent 2 decades only we are focusing on the innovations, innovations, and we are developing the new ideas through the incubation. Okay. So let's see, what is incubation? Incubation is the name given to the process wherein an individual or an organization supports the establishment and growth of a startup. So startup is nothing but your idea, your innovative idea. So you have an idea, but you don't know where we can approach, where we can start, and what is the model we have, and with that model where we have to improvise to get a good business model. So for that supporting the startup or new companies are called business incubators. These business incubators see the growth potential of the growth and opportunities before supporting or funneling the funds into any startup. So what does that mean, funneling the funds into the any startup? That is, you don't know how much funds you can get for your business model, and where you have to approach in right way, exact place or companies, corporates. So for that, they are giving the path, they are giving, and also they are giving the trainings. So based on the selection of a startup involves a high level of research. So here the research plays the vital role. What is the research according to the business model? So for the incubation, they need innovative ideas. So for the innovative ideas, you should do some research. What are the things are existed? What are the same things are not existed? So you should focus on the non-existed side, right? So the selection of a startup involves the high level of research before any decision is taken to support or fund a startup. So we can say the goal of the incubation is to increase the success chances of a business. The well-known incubators, or we can say that academicians, the business incubator, used to say the economic development tool primarily designed to help create a new business in a community. So the number of incubators has grown considerably in the recent years now. This rise is due to several factors, such as the corporate downsizing, increase in the entrepreneurship, and government supports new technology innovations, that is the transferring technology, economic globalization. So through that internet, we are getting all the things in a minute or a seconds, right? So that we can do more things. Comparatively, in the traditional research method, we are doing very much tremendous research work nowadays, right? Are you agree with it? Yes. So here the incubation giving the brilliant or not giving the they are encouraging us the scope of scaling and how to start the business startups, finance level, and they are also giving them mentoring. Mentoring is nothing but we can say that the term is a knowledge partner. Okay, so what is the role of the knowledge partner? They are continuously reviewing the business models and the incubate that is the startup innovators. So definitely they have some lags, financially or idea wise or technology wise, so that the organization of incubators, the most they are in Tamil Nadu, we have a very much and a very good opportunities in the incubations, right? So they are providing trainers and mentors and also financial parts, everything. So what is on our side, that we have to give a good proposal model. So that's what we are going to learn about here, that a general incubator system. What they will do. As an incubator, we don't know what to do now. We have an idea as a technology wise or a service based. So here I want to focus two kind of terms, that is a start step and start up. What is that start step and start up? So when we are developing some product based, mainly you are developing the product based, that we can call a start step. But startup, both product wise and service wise, system, softwares, and anything. It's a totally business model. It's a totally business model. But the start step is the industrial model. What they do, so come back, that is the incubator, we have an idea here. So we are connected with the research center, industry, academic wise, and the science and technology, venture capital, and graduate firm. So these are the fields we should cover. At least one of the criteria we should cover before starting an innovation. I mean, not innovation, our business model. Okay, it must be one of the field here. Suppose if your business model is in a higher criteria, you can go with an industry. Or suppose if you are having an academic, that is the theory-wise idea, you first go with the academic centers, then they will direct you the incubation. With the product, they will give a training. They will give training, and also they will give us some products. Not a products. They will assist some technologies to improve our idea. That's what we are going with the research center. So most of the incubations, they are running the research center also. So these are this industry, research center, academic, science and technology, graduated film, everything comes under the idea. That is, we can say that is a platform where we can develop our business model. But this VC, that's a venture capital. Venture capital, definitely you know this term. Some of you know, some of you don't know. But after that, Surarai Potru, the Tamil film, Surya film. In that film, they use this term venture capital. What is that venture capital? They will invest your business model, right? So if you have a good business model, they will definitely invest them some money. And then what is that venture capital? Definitely it is the for profit. Later on I will explain what is the for profit, VC and angel investors. Venture capital, according to the venture capital, they will do some agreement with you. So initial stage, you don't get this kind of a venture capital. First, you must cross the angel investors. That is a small kind of a funding you can get from some corporates or some kind of a funding agencies or government funding agencies. So that is a very small amount that we can call as a seed funding. After you develop some kind of good models and you are in a revenue model and you have a revenue model, okay, so that time that the VC, venture capital can invest your business. Okay, here we must understand what is the importance of the business incubation. See, business incubators help the startups manage finance, ensure proper utilization of the money. So whatever that money is the main base of any business model, right? First you have to focus on what is the income model. Then only that the investors or else the seed fund agencies give up funds, right? And managing a business plays a significant role in making the foundation strong and scaling. So the business incubators essentially perform the same function. Various business incubators target business that want to establish themselves formally in the market. So such businesses with a great growth potential might require various types of support such as the planning, training, development and research support. Let's see what are the roles and what are the processes are going inside the incubations and what are the models they are following actually for the business ideas. There are some kind of revenue models, that is each and every businesses are different actually. All are not same. Landlord model and equity based model and sponsor funding based model. So that landlord and equity based are totally different, but it also comes under the incubation model. Okay, the landlord model, maximum client based model, consulting the fee services. That is the startup services. You are giving the consultants. You definitely know about this consultancy. Some people say that what you are doing, I'm running the consultancy. So what is that consultancy? I'm doing the service based company. Here there are a different kind of company model, I mean the business models. One is one person company. He's only founder, he only get the benefits from that company, he's running their own company. According to the one person company, you can register as a one person and you don't need to share any profits with anybody. Okay, proprietorship. So you can do a business that's sharing based. That means you can join with your friend or your friend can join with you. So these kind of model, you should share some amount. So based on the agreement. And then next, coming to the limited company. So limited company, we can share, we can buy a shares and we can invest the shares as per the norms of the company. And also, as well as this public limited, also the same. Public limited, anyone can invest their money for the shares, to buy the shares from the company. So these are the basic terms you should know before going to the business model. As an engineering students, you have definitely a more marvelous ideas inside your brain. Very sure, I'm damn sure that. So that only we have to establish where you are in, where is your interest, and where we have to improve. Just approach your nearby incubation centers, or else in Chennai, IIT Madras, and the Crescent Institute of Technology also running the CIIC, IIT Bombay, IIT Kanpur. So through the online mode also you can approach them. But once if you are going directly, they will give a tremendous support to you. So that is the benefit of the incubators from the incubation. So the incubators roles are they can create peoples for you, and they do the process for you, partnerships, prosperity, services, everything. So here you can see the bridge, incubator bridge. That is the business to the people. So you have skills, you have a skills, but you have a skill, but you have a own idea. You don't have an exact idea where we can develop our ideas. So suppose if you don't have an idea, you can approach them. They will give some training session. So from the training session, you will definitely get a good idea for your relevant field. Okay. And the last model is sponsor funding based model. This is the main model we are going to explore today. What is the sponsor funding model? So whatever, if many places we can, we definitely heard about this. If you have a money, we can establish our business. We don't have money, so I couldn't be able to run our business. But incubation, according to the incubation, you may not say like that. They will give you a path how to get funds from corporates and companies, academic organizations. So what is innovation and why we need innovation? Why? What is the purpose? That is, first one thing is experience. You don't have an experience, and focus on the business. You don't know what are the business terms and how to establish your networks. So what is the base of the business? The base is the networking. They do incubators, they are giving the networks, right? And investment chances. As we discussed before, that is the venture capital and angel investors, right? So these are the things they will give a good space for you, and also technical wise also they are giving a good support for you. So for this only we are approaching the incubation. What are the different roles of the incubators? It's nothing. First, economic wise. Economically, how you can develop, that is the cost effective, low price and high income. So that is the first strategy of the business incubation. And innovators are entrepreneurs. So if you want any innovators, they will merge you. Suppose if I am running one kind of a company with the incubation, you among people or someone is approaching the incubation at the same time. You and me and then having the like minds or having the same business model, they will merge us. So that we can say that is the win-win concept. You can also win at the same time. As well as I'm also developing my business model. Okay, so here investors and companies. Corporates also encouraging us to our business model to one industrial purpose. Okay, so incubators generally who are they? Economic development organizations, first of all, and government entities, local colleges and universities, for-profit ventures, trade associations. So these are the organizations. These are the organizations we have to approach individually. So instead of doing this kind of process, we just approach the incubation that they will do for you all these things. So startup usually have a rich idea but lack of resources to execute it. So to help a startup to start a basic operation and financial management, and also they offer marketing and PR assistance. That is the personal. PR assistance means they have some kind of strategy how you can brand your company, how you can give your logo, what kind of business model you can follow, because MBA peoples, the Master of Business Administration peoples can understand the terms of the business models, BBA and MBA peoples. But as engineering students, we can also. So at least we should spend some time to learn these terms, right? So for the lagging of this more kind of things, the incubations will give a training. What is the business model? There are plenty of incubation, so not incubation, business models are available. We don't know which kind of a business model suits us, right? So that only we should approach the incubations. And incubators also provide the assistance and resources for conducting the market research. And some incubators bring the credibility to the company. So what is the credibility? So easily you can get a bank loans and funding agencies. Okay, so this helps the company to get the loans and the credit facilities from financial institutions. Often the startups do not know how to create an effective presentation. That's the main role actually. Simply they will call that is the pitch deck. What is the pitch deck? Pitch is nothing but what you are going to do with your business model. Not everyone can do that business presentation very well. You should used to do, or else you should know the terms, what are the presentation model can attract others. Definitely it will help in funding. Definitely it will help in the term in the part of the investing or getting a funding agencies. So impressing the angel investors and venture capital and other investors. So business incubators with the plenty of experience behind them also help these companies with the presentations. So business incubators, the incubators also act as the mentors and advisors and assist the startup in all sorts of business related issues. Suppose if you have any big issue for developing software as well as the hardware or a service based, they will give you support because they are all connected. They are connected with all kind of networks in real-time business model, so they can easily support you. Okay, So according to the business incubation, we have some structures model, organizational structure and service offer. So some types of company model, that is the corporate, private investor and local eco development and academic. So these are the main and basic types of the business incubations. Okay, corporate wise, first we can understand that the corporate, what they are doing, they are also running a business. They are giving a money to the other business models. What is the purpose? They need a money. They need some certain part of the shares. And private investors. Private investors also nowadays they are growing up very well. Some people were investing in the stock market. Some people are investing some kind of a deposits in the bank, right? So instead of doing this kind of works, this kind of process, they simply investing the good business model. Like we are giving the money to the producers, right, for the film. Likewise, okay. And coming to the academic, every good universities or the reputed universities, they are running the incubations. So, that will help students and also as well as the public also. Okay, so these are comes under the organizational structure. Coming to the service based. Service based is nothing. So marketing the assistant, marketing and connect the other business for the group. That is kind of affiliation marketing. So you can also connect with them. So I said before that a win-win concept, service based. So full and full you can get your profit based on the service. Organizational structure is totally different from the service offer. So what are the stages they will help you? First thing is physical facility support. Physical facility support. If you are approaching them, incubations, they will first give you a basic details. What are the procedures to join in the incubation? How much fees you have to pay for them? At least you have to pay a 500 or 1000. Okay, and what are the facilities you need for your business model? And if you have a daily based work, suppose if you are running as a business model based on the software, you need a good facilities. That is a good network facility and high-end systems, everything, right? So they will arrange this actually, and networking facilities. So kind of business model, you don't know where they are running and what kind of the business model they are approaching. Suppose if you have a good idea, if you have an innovative idea for your business, they will give a networks, support services also. So the name itself having the meaning, what is the supports? Everything they will support you based on your business idea. And here there are two kind of important terms, that is the business incubators and business accelerators. What is the business incubators and accelerators? Generally, incubators assist in the long term based, at least 1 year, 6 to 12 months, at least 1 to 2 years. You can, how much time if you want to incubate with them, you can. But coming to the accelerator, business accelerator, only they assist for the short term growth, like a 3 to 6 months only, generally for the few months. Incubators, companies can grow at their own space, but accelerators, you can see that under the pressure only you can grow your company. So these are the differences between the incubators and the accelerators. Okay, and most of the incubators are called the non-profit organizations. What is the non-profit and for-profit? For profit means you are getting some profits or benefits from your business model. Non-profit, you are not going to get any benefits from that. You are doing only for the service based and you are developing the technology kind of services. And also you are giving your responsibility, social responsibility to the society. So for that funding, most of the incubations are running. Okay, so that's what, so that we can call that as the non-profit organizations. Coming to the business accelerators, that is the for-profit, like corporates and R&Ds. They will invest for their profits only. Okay, coming to the incubators' role in the economy. So first, they will create the job and wealth, and give the give the buildings and accelerating growth of the local industry clusters. That I said now, that is what kind of a business model you have, what we can do modification with that, and how we can do the clustering. That is, they can merge with your business models, and links between they are enhancing the networks between the universities and the businesses and the corporates also. Okay, so the corporate incubators, generally, what is the objective of the corporate incubators? To enhancing the entrepreneurial spirit and help the startup to keep up with the other in the industries. So definitely they have some conflicts, challenges. Yes, the conflicts between the management regarding the objectives and the management related decisions. These are the main challenges for the corporate based incubators. Next, what is the private investor incubators? So according to the private investors, they can raise the money by selling the shares. That is definitely going to be a good part of them. But challenges is durability of the project. You don't know how much time it will take to grow your project or model, business model. That is you invested business model. That is kind of the private investor incubator challenges. And the last thing is the academic incubators. Like I said, know that universities are also running the many incubations. So their objectives is mainly new sources of finance startups, supporting the civic responsibility. That is the social responsibility. You know this term, I don't know, CSR, corporate social responsibility. Most of the industries, they are giving the money for this CSR. So that they will give a money for new business models or their civic responsibilities based on the social kind of things, or we can get for good social development projects. What is the social development project and the business model? Business model is a full and full your benefit. So based on the person's benefit, it's an individual benefit. But the social based development projects is a kind of the government organizations or the NGOs, non-government organizations. A lot of the NGOs are developing or are developed for their the projects is kind of a underprivileged, for the underprivileged peoples. Okay, so this is the difference between the government and private kind of projects. Okay, so these are the other types of incubations like seed accelerator, public and social incubator, and virtual business incubators, online business incubators. Nowadays are the virtual business are growing up very much. See here, this is the incubation period and the basic chart, how to start up the growth model. First, we start with the idea. This is the idea. So you have an idea, you are approaching the one startup, the incubation. So founders, generally for the one project or one business model, there are two kind of, there are several founders. There were several founders. One is the main founder and other are the co-founders. Others are the co-founders. So founder might be known about the business very much, and the co-founders, they will support to the founders. So this is the basic idea. Basic structure of the any business models. Okay, so for the incubation process, at least you have two people for your business, not only one people. They don't allow for, because for the incubation they need a one founder, co-founder, mentor, trainer, who's the corporate mentor, who's the academic mentor. They will ask everybody. These are the roles you should know. So if you have these kind of peoples, you can approach them directly, and you can after then you can go with the incubation. Or else, if you don't know about these peoples like mentors, trainers, and corporate mentors, academic mentors, so for that they will facilitate you these peoples. Okay, so this is the idea, and you are going to start up your idea. What is the pilot? Pilot is nothing but you are developing your project as a very small scale without any profit. You should invest your money for developing the project before going to the presentation. Okay, so for that, suppose if you don't have any idea, or the funding idea, or else if you have money, you can develop your project. Now, suppose if you don't have money, what you will do? Definitely you will approach the incubation. They will fund you. They will facilitate you. Actually, they will not give directly. Actually, they will facilitate the agencies. Okay, so that agencies will fund you for the pilot project. Okay, so for the pilot project, agencies are called angel investors. Okay, and rollout. So let's roll out to the business model. The growth of the business, expanding the business model. Venture capital funds. Venture capital, they are investing the huge amount based on your business model. And suppose if you need any bank supports or financial agents, there also it's possible to get a fund from the banks or financial sectors. And expansion is nothing but you are expanding your acquisition. Acquisition is nothing but it's a kind of a getting acquired by another company. You are merging. That is called the initial. That is IPO. Is just a minute. So initial profit offering, that is the scenario here. Some founders begin the company with the objective of growing the company as quickly as possible, right? So to maximize the growth, the founders generally seek the capital invest from third parties such as friends, families, and angel investors, venture capitals. So the idea is that any growth represents the continued or future revenue. In this scenario, the company will generally use all operational revenue to grow, as well as the capital acquired from the investors. So what is the initial profit offering? That is the acquiring company can either purchase all of the assets of the startup or purchase all of the company's equity. So this is the basic structure of the IPO. So you know that the primary reason is based upon the tax considerations and the avoidance of the planning. The acquirer may hold the startup as a separate subsidiary. So how does an IPO work here? And the initial public offering is a fairly complicated process actually. the IPO. It requires the filling of registration statement with the Securities and Exchange Commission, as well as the state security regulation bodies. So these are all the things we should complete. We should satisfy for the IPO acquisition. So once your company is growing well and you are getting the limited and public kind of a limited company, you will your company your company should accept all the government rules and regulation. Okay, so the company will authorize these new shares for the distributions. Also, the founders will have the options to sell some of their shares as part of their offering. If you are not a only founder for that company, if you are a shareholder, you are a shareholder. So as a shareholder, you can get some percentage of the stock discount or some percentage of the profit from the company. Okay, so this is the process from initial stage to maturity stage. That is, then maturity is you are running the industrial based projects. Here they given some incubator models. So incubator models is nothing so virtual or physical. As an infrastructure, they can run as a physical or virtual. The focuses are fully on general purpose or sector specific. What is a sector specific and general purpose? If your model is the very primary model that you are selling some product and getting money based on the needs of the public, their requirements or inadequate. Okay, so that is called the general purpose. Sector specific. So that is specifically you are running some kind of a products for the like we can say that medical wise in the corona time. We actually many companies, the mask companies are grown, right? And legal status. So what is your company status? That is, your company is enrolled into the public or private and a department of the institute. So like we discussed about that private limited, public limited, right? So that things. And coming to the department of an institute, said that some universities are having some companies. They are running their own companies, right? So that is a part of the art belongs to the particular department of an institute. Suppose if you have an idea as a students, you can approach with your deans or HODs or professors with some incubations. And you can develop as a company, and through that you can establish your company with a department. So that company founders and shareholders, everything you can frame as a proof or a deed. A deed is nothing but an agreement. Okay, so these are the things we should know before starting startups. Okay, what are the objectives? Social empowerment, technology commercialization, economical development. So each and every businesses are different, right? So social empowerment, so there is a social based project, society development project, like for a women's or child differently abled people or transgenders, or we can say women's and men's. Technology commercialization. So you are developing on some kind of a new technology using based on the IoT devices or electronic based communication devices for the agriculture. So now in India, in the central universities, also the central government, they are actually funding more money to agriculture and mainly for the tourism. So you can develop for the as a kind of you can develop the projects like agri based or a tourist based or a kind of a social development based. So these kind of ideas.
Hello.
Yes. Okay. So this is the incubation process and services. Startup creation, earlier stage, and expansion. So we can start up creation that we can call as pre-incubation and incubation. Now you are in incubation. After incubation, you will go to the post-incubation. Okay. In that expansion time, you don't need this incubation sectors. You can develop or you can establish with your own stack. Okay. So these are the 3 stages in the incubation process services. So what is the incubation location? Wherever it may be. So where the jobs are required or needed the most, and it should be close to the universities and the research centers, or it may be a corporates.
Soumya ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am,
Manu sir, solunga sir.
slide is not visible, ma'am.
Slide is not visible.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
just a minute. Now, is it visible?
Yes, ma'am. Now it is visible.
Thank you, Manoj. So, in these places, we can establish our incubation location. Okay, and ICT infrastructure areas. Most of the peoples we are working the ICT. Incubation services. So, what is the incubation services? Incubation is nothing but that main. What they are doing the main services? Actually, they are facilitating and also they are mentoring and they are giving the office space with the good internet facilities and experience exchange. That is, knowledge is the power, right? And also exploring the knowledge. So before going to any business, you should at least you will do some kind of groundworks, right? So what is the groundworks? So what kind of business model we can run? Follow, and who we can approach, to whom we are doing with this business. So these kind of things we do some background works, right? So this is the main services they are doing. And income models of incubators, funding models or income models, and everything comes under this income models. First is the payroll. How? So what are the roles are you are having? That means a general manager or a broadcast manager, or you are having some service-based kind of roles. Okay, so that you have to fix first 3 years. Okay, and consultants and external experts. So consultancy, that is a major role actually. So what they are doing, they will do some kind of knowledge mentoring, kind of a knowledge experience sharing. Okay, so as a consultant, if I handle the more kind of 10 more projects, okay, so I will definitely have some core knowledge of it. So I can give more inputs for your projects, right? For example, agri-based project means in Gujarat they are running one incubation. right? So they are giving a more mentors or mentoring and training for the farmers actually. Okay, so these kind of the experts knowledge, I mean experts information exchange is a very important for the income model. Okay, and financial costs. So how much you are investing, or how much, what are the products you are purchasing for your development. So that also very important. So after running, I mean after starting your pilot project, you should concern about these kind of expenses: payroll, consultancy, overheads. Overheads means nothing but that is I mean the I mean other kind of expenses. Okay, some small expenses, right? Like you will definitely buy some printers, papers, or expense like that. Okay, and entrepreneurs, subsidies of entrepreneurs, that is nothing. You will get subsidy. Suppose if you are getting a money from the seed agency, right? So suppose you are developed, or you established like a very good profit model, they will give you a subsidy. Okay, so these kind of subsidies also we can get from some funding agencies. Okay, and the most of the main success sharing, most of the main model is the success sharing model. So this model is the main and also important model, because the most common countries like New Zealand, Australia, US, or India, they are following this success sharing model. So kind of a win-win model. Okay, so here it suits for the growth for the technology incubators, not a product based incubators. This suits for the technology based incubators. Okay, now we are moving to the various functions performed business incubators. What is the various functions? There is nothing. A business incubator is designed for earlier stage companies and startups, right? So if you are looking for a mentorship or affordable office space as a first time chief executive officer and any company, you should do this functions first. First thing is nothing in the financial, management, synergy, economy, and services. As a business incubator is a company that helps new and startup companies to develop by providing services like management training and office space, right? And second thing, it's a company that provides various facilities established to nurture the young firms during their early stage. So these are the points I am saying, they're very general. Okay, and it usually provides the affordable space and shared office, an incubator refers to one enterprise that is set up to provide office space and equipping somehow assistance capital to a new business that are just started. So business incubators are usually set up by universities and as a non-profit groups and increasing venture capitals, especially a new web business in these days. Coming to the finance is a startup company. They are funding. I mean, they will approach these funding agencies. If the incubator is located in the lower industrial area, like small scale industries, the peanuts, candy, or something kind of chalk piece production. So these are all called the small scale industries. Okay, so this kind of industrial area, incubators provide the financial needs by referring them to an angel investors and venture capitals. So if incubators approve the new ventures, it becomes very easy for such to start up the secure finance from the various sources. Management, coming to the management is nothing apart from the financial help. New business ventures also needs a guidance, right? and direction on how to complete successfully with other established players in the market. Incubators can provide good management guidance and operational assistance through their networks. Right? So the business incubators guide new startups in managing their ventures well. For example, business startups may take help from the retired or experienced candidates. Synergy. Synergy is nothing. 1 minute. Synergy is the working relationship between an incubator and startup business. Okay, so kind of the networking and connections established through such relations can continue for a long period of time. That is called synergy. And coming to the economy is a main factor, right? The incubators create employment opportunities for their communities, first of all. And startups guided by the incubators have greater viability and shows their superior financial performance over the long time. So these are the services mainly the incubators are doing. Okay, so coming to the services, they are facilitating everything: bank loans, angel investors, and venture capitals. So with the presentation skills, so that's what I am stressing. The same thing, you should know how to present before in front of the angel investors and the venture capitals. Okay, so for that also they are giving training session, how to present, how to create your pitch. Pitch is nothing. I said I think before I discussed about things. Pitch is presenting your business model with a process, how you are going to function your business business model. Okay, and angel investors. Angel investors are those investors who invest in business ventures or entrepreneurial ventures. They usually invest in earlier stage of business startups, right? And some maybe angel investors, maybe from your family or friends, if you have a kind of a networks. So the capital angel investors provide maybe a one-time investment to help the business properly. Okay, so what is the motive? You should raise your capital. The capital is nothing, the scalability. Your business model should get at least within 3 years, you should develop your business model 50%. So for that, you should approach the good angel investors. So nowadays it can be an ongoing injection of money to support and carry the company through a difficult earlier stage. So angel investors provides a relatively easy terms and conditions as compared to the other lenders. So you don't go with any financial institutions. Okay, the private financial institutions always they will get from you some kind of some kind of taxes, or you will definitely pay for them some percentage. So these kind of difficulties you may not get in the incubation or from the angel investors. Okay, venture capital. Coming to the venture capital, it's a little different and compared to the angel investors. Venture capital is a type of funding or a new growing business. It will for only new growing business only. They will from the corporates. With this venture capital, the venture capital gives a funding to the startup company in exchange for equity in the startup. So kind of a deal you have to prepare, like 50% of share you should give from your profit. That is the deal you have to prefer with the venture capital. So venture capital usually comes from the well-off investors. like industries, what we can say that companies of shoemakers or beverage makers, or else you can approach that sandals, okay, and the bottle makers, these kind of food companies also. So well off company, okay. So for startups without access to the capital market, ventures capital acts as an important source of the money. So that is the main point we should learn in the venture capital. So venture capital invests are capable of giving impressive returns, that we can say that ROI, return of investment. They will also provide some facilities for growing your business model, because they invested now. So that's why they will expect much more money from your business model. So that the luckiest part is, that is the thing, they will do everything for you to grow up your business. So according to the earlier stage, they will do seed funding and startup financing, first stage financing. So they will not they will don't provide money at a time, at a time. If you they will actually, for example, they are providing a 10 lakhs, right? 10 lakh if you, for your business model, first business model they will provide 2 lakhs. After that, you have to give a review or some kind of a pitch, some presentation. Then only they will release your remaining funds. Okay, so this is the major difficult, or else we can say that cons of the venture capital. But angel investors is not like that. They will they will provide a full money at that time, or else they will ask some kind of procedures. I mean, or else they will ask some kind of project development model. Okay, so they can so that they can understand that you are doing well and you are getting a good response from the public sectors. Okay, but venture capital, you should give us some reviews and some kind of a prophecy to get our money. Okay, and expansion of financing also like that same. uh, Further in the second stage financing, the first earlier stage they will provide a 2 lakhs means. After that expansion financing, they will provide some lump of amount like 6 lakhs, 7 lakhs. So that is kind of a maturity level. So I hope you remember that model from the startup to the maturity level, right? So in that expansion time, they will give the good money. Okay, so that is called the second stage financing. It's a provided to companies for the purpose of beginning their expansion. So it is provided for the purpose of assisting a particular company to expand in the major way. Okay, so major way is nothing, it's a huge development. And coming to the last part, acquisition. It's a acquisition we can categorize as the some kind of models. That is a finance and management acquisition. So that is the how much amount you are investing and acquired for your model, and how much financing you are. I mean, how much of profit, how much profit you are getting from that model. Okay, see here, this is the, I would like to give some information about our Tamil Nadu seed funding financial year. See here, this is the, this page you can get from our internet easily, that startup Tamil Nadu, right? So registration and boot camp, pre-final pitch, final pitch. So final pitch, after the final pitch, you will get your money. Initially, they will give 10 lakhs. Okay, based on your project model, they will give up to 10 lakhs, not exactly 10 lakhs. Okay, so these are the 4 stages. So for clearing these 4 stages, you should do the brainstorming. Brainstorming is nothing but so a group of people, they will discuss their project model and different aspects. Okay, so that only you will get a good clear picture for your business. So maybe For example, if you have a like a kind of a bottle kind of a making, so what kind of a bottle model shape you can give, and top of the bottle, and what is the color of the bottle. So these kind of the discussions we can call the brainstorming. Okay, so this is the very basic I mean basic page in that startup Tamil Nadu. So who can participate? So these are the criteria you should satisfy before going to this kind of application. So it's a E&I. So the Tamil Nadu student innovators. So nowadays students are getting the very much funding from the Tamil Nadu seed fundings. Okay. Before our Tamil Nadu, we have a very well-known incubation IIM Bangalore, Ahmedabad IIM, Ahmedabad CIIE, and SIDBI Innovation, IIT Kanpur, and Kerala Incubation Village, I think, yes, Kerala Incubation Village. So these kind of these are the sectors we can find easily in our internet, because these are well established incubation sectors. Okay, and nowadays in Tamil Nadu have a policy, that is Tamil Nadu Innovation and Incubation Startup and Innovation Policy. You just type these words in a Google, you will get this document. I will show you one of the document I got. See here. I hope you are all seeing this document. See here, Startup TN Policy, Tamil Nadu Startup Innovation Policy. Okay. So here you can get a lot of information that what you should do, and what is the mission and vision, what are the objectives, nodal agencies. Nodal agencies nothing but funding agencies from the government sectors, action plan. So these are the official purpose. Okay. Okay. So I said now that is start step and startup. So you just read this document, you will get a clear idea, clear picture. E&I, that is Entrepreneurship Development and Innovation Institution. Initially, they will give a 5 lakhs. Okay. So once you have cleared this funding agency, that is you got this agency award or a fund, you will get a known person in our Tamil Nadu article innovation. Innovation and young innovation entrepreneur. They will publish some articles. Okay, so you will get a good reputation, and also your name is also there. So from that, so that is the good mode for your growing, right? So in that mode, you will get automatically more funds, because already you placed in you given your importance, and also you already known person with the startup of Tamil Nadu, right? So that most investors, angel investors will fund. They will give you money and provide the facilities. They will give you facilitations, everything. Okay, so kindly go through this document. Okay, so there you will get an idea, and also please do some kind of innovations and join the incubation and get this money and develop your business model. Okay, so hope this session should be very useful for you people. That is, as engineering people, you have a marvelous ideas, I think so. So please establish it. So it's okay. Thank you, students, and thank you. These are the references I used here, and thank you. Q&A session.
Thank you, ma'am. Any queries, students? If you have any queries related to incubation and innovation, you can ask now. And an assessment link has been shared in the chat box. Kindly fill the assessment link related to the topic which we have learned now regarding incubation and innovation. You have an assessment to be done, which is mandate for AICTE. So kindly fill up that assessment without fail. And if you have any doubt, you can ask now. Ma'am, a question, ma'am.
Please, sir.
Being an mechanical engineer, can I take part in any incubation or innovation related things?
Yes, it's possible. Actually, any all over India, they are providing all facilities to any business models. So, as a mechanical engineer or else a food engineer, any kind of engineer they can approach. No problem. They will give a training session also. What actually, if you have an idea, it's no problem. But you have a good knowledge about that mechanism or some kind of core knowledge, they will give you a good facilitation to develop your idea.
Another question, ma'am. I have an idea to be to be done, but I don't know where to give this, where to tell this idea. And to be an entrepreneur, how can I implement this idea?
Okay, good question. So that's what we discussed before, that there are most well-known incubations are available, are running in all over India, especially in Tamil Nadu. You please go with that TANSEED, right? So, and also IIT Madras and in Crescent Incubation, and SRM also running the one incubation center. So you can approach them and they will guide you. What is your idea? Suppose if you have the very basic model idea, they will provide you the good expertise people to develop your idea more. Definitely you can approach them.
Thank you, ma'am. Any other questions, students?
Suppose if you have a pilot kind of a model, I'm answering to that second person. Suppose if you have a pilot model, you don't worry, just go with your pilot pitch, or else you can contact me how to present your model. I will help you, definitely help you, and then you directly apply to the TANSEED, that is Tamil Nadu Seed Funding, right?
Okay, ma'am. Any other questions, students? So it's a time to thank all the participants. I thank you once again for being very passionate, very silent, quiet, and listening all the way about innovation and incubation. I thank Dr. Soumya ma'am, who has spent his valuable time with our students and with our institute in sharing her idea about innovation and incubation in new business model, how to start a new business with the new ideas. That's the thing which I have to say. And I thank AICT and Ministry of Education, who gave us an opportunity to conduct an impact lecture series like this for the benefit of the students and the benefit of the faculty community. On behalf of our management and principal, I thank Dr. Soumya ma'am, who have rendered his service to our institute by delivering his ideas or his knowledge to our students. Literally, now students are social background is very low, even though their way of thinking and their activities is good. So definitely this particular things, this kind of lecture will boost them, will give a boost to them, and they will. I think definitely many innovators can be formed, since this is a group of first year students. We are definitely this will help our students in a good way. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am, for your thing. And okay, link is, your assessment link is shared again, and kindly again another link will be shared shared to you in a short time span. That is a feedback link. Feedback link will be shared very shortly. You have to fill that feedback link without fail. After completing this assessment, you have to fill that feedback link without fail. it is mandate to fill the assessment link as well as the feedback link. Then only you will be getting your certificate. Okay. Assessment is mandate according to the AICTE norms. You have to get more than 60% in that particular assessment, and it is mandated by an AICTE. And very shortly your feedback form will be, yes, feedback form is shared now. No, it is not a feedback form, it is an assessment form again. Yes, now the feedback form is shared now. Thank
Manu
you.
sir, sorry, I got an internet problem.
Okay,
So
ma'am.
thanks for giving this opportunity.
It's our pleasure, ma'am. It's our pleasure, ma'am.
Thank you,
Because
sir.
it is the second time we are meeting. I think so.
Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah. Thank you for your valuable time and spending with us, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Students, please fill up the feedback link, fill up the assessment link first, and then fill up the assessment link first, and then fill up the feedback link.